Greetings and good morning, beautiful people all over planet Earth. I can't believe I made it. Day 60. Oh my gosh. Well, I can say that this juice fast has absolutely turned my life around for the better. And the only thing I did different to improve my health was to consistently drink juice and juice only. On day 30, I had a bit of a lapse and I really had the desire to eat. And so I broke the juice fast for a few days and then I got back on it because I knew that my healing was not complete. And it's still not complete now. In fact, even though I've, done 60 days, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm still pooing out crap, worms, and that old stinky, just vile fecal matter. And to me, that is a sign that my healing is not yet complete. So I'm going to keep going. And until I feel like I want to break it again, break for a few days, but I'm not going to stop until the last of that old ancient fecal matter is out of me. And then I would start to slowly incorporate a diet, an eating diet, solid food diet, plus drinking 2 juices per day. I'll tell you this, people of Earth, I cannot live without juice now. This is what changes and what happens to you. And I don't know, something extraordinary happens within the body. You get rewired. Your body has a chance to experience what it's been missing for so many years, at least in my case. And I know that when I broke my juice fast on day 30, I could not go through the day without a juice. So even though I broke it, I had to travel one day and I had eaten something in the car. And then by the time I got to my mother's house in the afternoon, I just said to her, look, I have got to go down to the store and buy some fruit so I can juice something. I need at least 2 liters. And so I went down there. She didn't even have a juicer. I mean, I haven't been using a juicer either. I blend it and then I hand strain. But she had even a worse setup than me. And I had to make do with what she had. But I made it work. I had the most delicious juice and it was so satiating. So that just shows you, like, even though I broke it, my body just, I don't know, like it's almost as if it's essential at that point. And I honored that. One thing though, when you come off the juice, that supreme feeling, that incredible feeling that the juicing high, when you come off of juice, 100% juice. So even though, you might be 80% juicing, you do no longer have that juicing high that I just absolutely adore. I mean, I'm on it now. The juicing high, if I can describe it, is just, you feel a total contentment. You don't have any body upsets. At night, you sleep so good, so easy. There's no belching, burping, farting. Not that, I was passing gas on this. Well, not much. I don't think so. Only on the first few days, actually, I felt that I was passing gas. But everything is so silent and still inside. The only time that I get some real action is if I'm about to pass worms. I'll feel the gurgling. I even bought a stethoscope because I wanted to hear it before, all hell broke loose. But there is something about this juicing high that just makes you just feel so connected to to God. You feel, and this is why, you know, Jesus says, and it's written in the Bible about the power of fasting. And every night I do my nightly prayers, and I give thanks to God and to Lord Jesus. And you just become that much closer. You feel pretty invincible when you are combining prayer with a juice fast, and you feel like you are in complete control of your health and your mentality and your life. You feel extraordinary, people of earth. I don't know how else to say it. You feel so good. And so once you're off of that juice, like the juicing high, like you want it back. You crave that feeling. And the only way you can get that is well, I believe, you know, I would have to go raw vegan, or see, I was going to say even eating cooked greens with 2 juices a day, although you still feel good, you don't have that juicing high. So the juicing high is just, it's such a beautiful state of being, and it has to be experienced to be believed, people of earth. And I miss that most of all when on the day 30, like when I came off it, that's what I missed most of all, was that juicing high. Living on liquids, my stamina was through the roof, and it's just the most extraordinary feeling knowing that you can heal yourself and seeing the healing happening right in front of your face. You know, you just feel absolutely connected and amazing. And you know there is some rewiring going on inside your body. And I noticed that. I just, look at me trying to squash this down. I'll have to eat this next part, my next juice. You know there's some rewiring going on, and all that beautiful, luminous, radiant energy that you are receiving from the fruits. It's something extraordinary. The power of fruit healing is extraordinary. And I figured I would still feel that high if I had a raw food diet. But at this moment, I'm not willing to give up eating cooked foods, because I love sauteed spinach, just in a pan, you know, with a little shaving of Parmesan. So even though I am still, you know, going to be eating cooked food, the cooked food has changed completely, and it is just very light. It's a very gentle, light form of eating. So I've got so many greens in my garden now. It's going to be a lot of raw salads, tomatoes, cucumbers, and I've got a whole crop that I am planning to grow out in my greenhouse. Melons, because I've spent a small fortune on lemons for this whole juice fast. And I said in one of my previous videos that a goal of mine would be to spend only about $200 per month on groceries, because although I didn't take note exactly of what I was spending, it is expensive. And I figured if I can grow this stuff, I'm going to cut my bill, and not in half, like I'm going to cut it in 3/4, I think. So I bought a hothouse, and I've got my seedlings planted out. Well, they're not planted, but they're growing, they're germinating. And once they are at a certain size, they're going to go in my hothouse, and I'm going to have melons and fruits and tomatoes coming just in a plethora of abundance. What else can I talk about after 60 days of juice? Oh my gosh. So I have documented everything. And if you followed my juice fast so far, you'll know that I've documented my, poo and worms coming out of me. But I have also created a juicing journal, and I have documented my whole entire experience in a juicing journal that is available for download for $1.99 on my website at andalera.com. And in this juicing journal, I share with you my highs, my lows, my frustrations, all my weight statistics. And by the way, I'm not yet under 100 kilos, but I'm only a couple kilos off of it. So I don't have my numbers in front of me, but my original starting weight before I started this juice fast was 114.4 kilos. I am now at, I think it's like 102.7, 102.7. Yeah, I'll have it down below, so I've got it on there. But I don't plan to stop, even though I'm not going to be talking about it or making videos about it so much anymore, because there is so many videos on it, and you guys, I could imagine you'd be getting sick of it by now. But the juicing journal is for those that want to embark on it, and I share my highs and lows, physical ailments that were wrong with me, before and after pictures, and I have actually taken eye pictures. However, I don't believe I've done the juice fast long enough to, although I've noticed there are differences in my eyes, I need to go longer, probably 120 days of juice to see the difference in my eyes. Because although I've noticed the brown from my gastrointestinal tract to be lightening and changing color in the inner pupil area, that has signified to me, I'm still seeing brown around my pupil. So that to me is signifying my gastrointestinal tract is not yet clean, and I must keep going. So our eyes are a window, a snapshot of where our health is at. And the reason I know that it's not clean is because I found pictures of my eyes when I was 5 years old. My color eye at 5 years old was the deepest blue. And now I have some brown. There has been a lot of lymph cleaning. They are not as white as what they were before. So I can see that my color is, my original blue color is coming through, and the lacunas are sewing up nicely, nice and straight, and things are changing. Things are definitely changing. So I'm not going to share those on the juicing diaries, but I have before and after pictures. And at the very bottom of the juicing journal is some worm pictures. And I've got a big disclaimer: if you do not want to keep scrolling, do not scroll on, because it shows these pictures right at the end. So for those that do purchase the juicing journeys and don't want to see the worms coming out of me, it gives you a chance to close the file, and you don't have to see the grossness coming out of me, the colony of worms. Oh, that has been the most surprising factor of this juice fast, is that I have had an entire colony of worms coming out of me. I had no idea I even had worms. But so much has changed since they've come out of me. I feel lifted. I feel a sense of contentment and peace within me that I did not have before. Things have changed. I no longer desire to watch food videos. Like in the first few weeks of my juice fast, at the beginning, I was watching food videos every single night. I could not watch food videos. Since I started, like, after I broke the fast and then came back on a few days later, I have not watched food videos. That desire has passed. That has thankfully gone. But one thing I also noticed was that my cracked feet, my rough, dry feet, which are also, I have before and after pictures of those on the juicing journal, they have become so much better. I won't say they're completely perfect, but they have improved so significantly. And the amount of ailments that I had and things going on with me are healing, like within the first 2 weeks. No more plantar fasciitis, no more body inflammation, no more aches and pains, things that you know, like that just start plaguing you when you get in later in life, and you know, and then of course all the weight loss. So you just feel amazing, and there is just, I feel like, and I've said this before, I feel like I have the secrets too of having supreme health in life, and it's been the best thing I could have ever done for myself. I no longer feel that I don't have control of my health, and that is through juicing. And you must keep doing it. You must, if you go off of a juice fast, or if you go back to the way that you're eating, without a doubt those symptoms will return. So I'm very aware of that, and I'm very careful with what well, obviously I'm juicing now, but I'm talking about after, and I'm thinking about after how I'm gonna maintain this level of health. So that means to some extent being completely raw vegan, with the occasional splurge of sushi, can't give that up, or cooked vegetables. But I have a nice salad that is my ultimate all-time favorite raw vegan salad, and that is a celery, cucumber and tomato and sometimes avocado salad, and I will add a couple of cubes of Parmesan cheese. So, and to me that is so completely healthy, and I do not feel deprived. In fact, I have found that I don't really desire avocado. I've got 2 avocados trees growing outside, but I'm not desiring them in my salad because they make me feel very sluggish. So that's kind of a thing I will seldom have in my salad. I feel much better having cubed cheese than having avocado. You've got to work out what's best for you, but I know that having the raw salad plus 2 juices a day is going to keep me in tip-top health. And I do hope to continue on, and don't mind my hands, I've been spray painting this morning. You will work out what works for you, but so long as you keep doing the right things by your body, and then you know how to get back on the health journey. If you start getting plagued by symptoms again, if I start getting plagued by symptoms, I will be straight back on the juice straight away, and within days that will subside. But this is why it's essential that you maintain your health, because you're juicing and your raw food diet, especially, because this is how your health is going to be supreme and extraordinary. So people, here we are at the end, and I'm so happy, and I feel relieved within myself that I had the courage, especially in the first 30 days, to follow through, because now it's easy. Now it's easy for me. But in those first few weeks, when I look back, it was really tough. But at that point, I was full of worms, and I'm probably still full of worms a little bit, not as much. I would have, crapped out pounds and pounds of worms. But I'm certainly on the journey. I'm certainly better than what I was 60 days ago. So if you are feeling inspired, if you have bad health, people of Earth, if you are struggling mentally as well, I cannot stress to you enough how fantastic a juice fast is for you. I feel like it's the secret to supreme health, and you will feel powerful, content, a peace come over your life, and a happiness and a joy at just existing with your life. And there's no exaggeration on that part. Things start to change. And how could they not when you are consuming, God's food and all this abundance that's just full of life and love and intelligence and radiance and biophotons and magnetics, and oh my gosh, people of Earth, it's extraordinary. So thank you for joining me with this journey, and the link for the juicing journal or the juicing diaries is below. And so if you'd like to download that for your own perusal, then by all means do so. So until next time, juice on, and just know that you can absolutely have fantastic health if you just give yourself time and a break and have some courage to do something, to jump in the deep end, and don't have fear about what you're doing. Love you guys.